I'm so excited to see the Europeans come over here and really have a
Mhm.
great time and find fascination in things that we just don't really give much thought to, like Walmart, like
Yeah.
so, but more, the bars and restaurants just kicking massive amounts of ass and wowing people over and over again. So, I'm looking at it probably through multiple lenses. One, as an industry guy who's just proud as hell. Two, someone who has a ton of European friends and deals with euros all the time, and I love them coming over here and dispelling some tired tropes about America. Yeah, and just being great hosts and enjoying, and to some extent, enjoying the soccer rather than that red card crap. So yeah, I'm just sort of addicted to what's going on, as I think a lot of people are, but it's more the spectacle of it is what I'm enjoying, I think, more than the sport of it.
Well, and one thing that's interesting to me when you think about Europeans coming to the US, and I know a lot of Europeans too, they think the US is LA, New York, and Miami, right?
Yeah.
And they are in LA, New York, and Miami,
Mhm,
but they're
mhm,
also doing things like going to Atlanta and driving to Dallas,
mhm,
which seems to be giving people a whole different picture of the United States and hospitality than what they're used to
mhm.
when they travel here.
It's massive. I have like, my parents will say to me, I love going to Europe. So Jenny, my wife, and I try to every 2 years go over there, and we don't go to like Rome and Paris as much, or London. We tend to go to secondary or tertiary cities like
Mhm.
Gdansk, and we go to Copenhagen or Amsterdam, although Amsterdam's dope, Munich. We try to go to these different places that I'm not there for the tourist stuff. I want something a little more authentic, like I want to just sit at the cafe and watch the world go by, and I can do that for days over there. So when you come to this, so my parents would say to me, "Look, why do you leave? Like, you could spend it a lifetime traveling in the U.S. and not see it
Mhm.
all." And that's super duper true. I've got 5 states left to go to, but it is different, and it's a cult, like we wrote about in one of the books. Travel is one of the most important aspects of giving great hospitality because it builds a degree of empathy and understanding of others, and I think we're seeing tons of that with this World Cup, with the Europeans coming over and going, "America's just not what I thought it was," and I love that, man. Like, I'm super stoked for that.
I'm loving it too, and particularly, to your point, it's kind of funny. You're like, yeah, we go to Europe and we sit at these cafes and we just kind of watch people. Yeah, I've done a lot of that too. When the Europeans come here, though, that cafe is Buc-ee's,
I know, I know,
which
I know.
I mean, I don't know a way to say this that doesn't sound somewhat bad, but so I'm just going to say it. But it's amazing how we forget all the variety and options that we have in things, right? When you see these Europeans come over and they're going to a place like Buc-ee's and they're going, oh my God, this is a gas station.
I know,
I've
yeah.
never been in a store this big in my life,
Yeah.
right? And then they go to Walmart or Costco and their heads just explode.
Mhm,
And for
mhm.
us, that's just kind of like Tuesday.
Absolutely true. When I would go over there and, you go to the grocery store, you're walking in the city, and the grocery store is about the size of what we would think of like a 7-Eleven or something,
Yeah.
there tend to be, and it's a walk around bicycle culture in the city environments a little bit. We're built different. We're big, we have big roads, we have big cars, we have cheap gas, we're
Hmm.
hardcore capitalists. Those things are not found elsewhere. So to some extent, they're super unique to America, and people get to experience that. And when we go to Europe, we see heavy duty culture. We see things that are thousands of years old. We see cobblestone streets, and again, the walking around. We walk for miles in the city. I won't walk to the grocery store. Like, if my life depended on it, I'm not walking a mile anywhere. But when I'm over there, I walk 10, 20 miles a day. So it's a lot of fun. That's why traveling and culture and all that is so important. So man, it's just been fun.